This variety of bamboo is Bambusa oldhami, also called giant timber bamboo. It gets rather large. It's one of the largest varieties and gets rather tall also. It is a clumping variety. It's non-invasive. It won't take over your yard like running varieties will. Bambusa oldhami is commonly seen in Central Florida's theme parks, such as Disney World, SeaWorld, Universal, etc. This bamboo variety is Bambusa malungensis, also called sea breeze. It's a very hardy variety. It's very salt tolerant of poor soil conditions, and can handle cold fairly well. It's a smaller comb, but it's very tall. And as you see, it can make a great fence, used for privacy or just to cover up whatever you don't want to see. You have to plant it in a row to get it this way because it is a clumping, non-running variety, so it'll pretty much stay where you want it to stay. We have this in both large and small pots also. It's easy to grow and propagate bamboo. The usual way of doing it is what's called field digging, where they use a shovel and a saw and cut away a piece of the mother plant. It's the most common way to do it, but it's not the best way to do it. It shocks the plant, and oftentimes it doesn't live. It has a very low success rate. We have bamboo in both large and small pots, and we also do what's called cuttings. In our pots, what we do, different from field digging, is we actually plant cuttings in the pots and let it grow in the pot. Then we ship that to you, so there's absolutely no trauma and no shock to the bamboo. The cheapest way, and also one of the easiest, is to do cuttings. And that's where you cut a section called the culm of the bamboo and just plant that. You plant it sideways, and the rhizome here will grow and form a brand new plant. Each one of these on this whole stalk can form a whole plant. This is the cheapest way to do it because it's easy, doesn't have much labor involved on our end, plus it ships very cheaply because it's small and lightweight. Bamboo is an easy plant to grow. When you receive it, it's going to be small. Actually, when we ship it, a lot of this will be trimmed back to make it more shippable, but it doesn't affect its transplanting at all. So it'll be trimmed back. You dig a hole bigger than the pot, put some nice rich potting soil in there, pull it out of the pot. Actually, it won't come in the pot probably. It'll probably be just dirt, which is easier for you. Just drop it in the hole, bury it with some nice rich soil, and water it real well, especially the first couple of weeks, as you would anything that you would transplant. When you first plant it, it's not going to look like it's doing much. It seems to grow very slowly, shoot out some new leaves, won't do much else for about a year. There's an old saying that bamboo first sleeps, then bamboo crawls, and then bamboo runs. This bamboo here is about 2 to 3 years old. It started off just like this. One little shoot, planted, didn't do much the first year, but by the second year it started shooting out new shoots, and probably in the next year it will double in size again, and then it'll be about as big as it's going to get. If you want a curtain of these, you would plant them about 6 to 8 feet apart, and then they'll fill in together.